Here's something I've been doing. There's been a lot of serious stuff going on in my life recently. And so, well, actually not recently, it just keeps happening. But I think we see the light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully the light at the end of the tunnel isn't an oncoming train. But, who knows? Anyway, I needed a distraction. So I dug through all my crap because I'm busy reorganizing. So I dug through all my crap for stuff that I haven't looked at in a while. And I found all these different pieces, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I can actually do that. So I made myself a new chronograph. You'll notice it has no brand on it, no maker's mark. Nothing here, it's blank. But it's beautiful, beautiful watch. Nice case. Still got the case back sticker. And the reason for that is because this I found on eBay a long time ago. It's a new old stock. It was a new old stock, never used case and dial for a Valjoux 7730. So it wasn't actually even that expensive. Stainless steel, the whole case, and it was brand new. Basically, it was brand new from the 70s, never been used. All I had to provide was the completely serviced Valjoux 7730, and I had to come up with a handset that worked. Plus, I had to service the darn thing. But I did service it. The Valjoux 7730 is the no day date version, no day date, 2-register version of the Valjoux 7750, which is a movement most people should be familiar with. Like the Tudor Tiger models, like the Tudor chrono divers that they put out, they use a Valjoux 77 series movement, and they were putting a ton of stuff. My poor man's 62 MAS is a Valjoux. Let's see if I can dig it out here. Aha! It's right there. So that is a Valjoux 7750. So this is just basically sort of an upped gun version of the movement in this thing. So anyway, I built it over the weekend. That's the dial it came with. Normally you see these kinds of 60s dials in old watches and they're just hammered. But again, this one's brand new. I don't know what the sweep hand came from. It was in my stuff. The sub-register hands, believe it or not, are Seiko. They're from a 7A. Gold black. The handset is probably 50s. It's from a Bulova. Bulova does these lovely sort of curved sides, almost sort of Donfi handset, pointy the way it looks, except curves on the outside. And that's what I chose. I actually think the curves are nice because they complement the curves of the case. I was considering something more straight. Like I have gold hands with a black stripe. Like this, they look like 6139 hands. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to decide if I should keep the gold sweep or if I should replace it with a black one. I don't know about these super thin stick hands. I'm wondering if I should go with hands that have a little more visual substance to them, something closer to this. I have some things like them. I'd have to modify it though. I don't know. What do you think? Should it have a black sweep? Should it have bigger hands? Should the hands be another color? The chronograph hands, should they be another color entirely? Like this one could be all gold because it goes with timekeeping, but this happens sometimes, but this one would be another color, a red or an orange or something, and then this would match it. That would make this look a little more sporty, but this is really kind of a dress chronograph. I don't know. What do you think? What would you do? You should take a screenshot of this right here and then go into your Photoshop and Photoshop stuff around and see what you come up with. They're beautiful movements. Let me open this up and then you can feast your eyes upon the movement. Okay, you all ready for the glorious reveal? yeah, these are lovely, lovely movements. They're very steady. They're only 18,000 beats per hour. They've got that big, big balance. It's the same kind of balance the Omega Speedmaster uses and all that stuff. And also the 6000 series. You know, these 6000 series watches, their balances are they're damn near identical to these. This bridge, it says West Clocks on it. This is a movement from a West Clocks branded chronograph, which I have. And it's an astonishingly ugly watch. And whoever made the case design was just banging stuff out on a Friday and trying to get home. At least that's my opinion. But the movements are beautiful. They're beautifully made. They're kind of like a workhorse, sure. Some people are like, oh, well, they're not gorgeous and tooled and elegant. You know what they are? They're strong and dependable and accurate. Being only 18,000 pph, people are like, oh, I want a high beat. These things in good shape are very accurate. Thing about a big, big balance and that slow beat is it has a lot more stability. So as you go faster in high beats, you're getting more accuracy because you're dividing the time of, a second, 5 seconds, a minute, whatever. You're dividing it more finely, which means your average accuracy is going to be basically increased, which makes it easier for it to be accurate. Plus, it's moving so quickly, you're getting a lot of force to keep it in place. This one goes the opposite direction. It's slower, but the balance is big, and it just cruises. They're lovely, lovely watches. So, look at some of these older Valjoux movements, 7730, 77. Oh, my brain just completely died. They're worth looking at. Hey, look at that. It's running again. I'm almost the time I have to service this one again. I serviced this one for myself. Oh, no. I serviced it like a year and a half ago, I think. Did I? I'll have to check the numbers. I first got this and built this right before my dad died, 2016. I was actually wearing this when he died, so it's a special watch to me. This is the poor man's 62 MAS. It was called that. I'm sorry. This is the poor man's Hoyer. I'm so sorry. And it was called that because these were literally made by Hoyer. The only difference being is that they were, like this watch, the dial did not have the Hoyer brand on it, and it was custom stamped, custom, printed for this company, Valjoux, which was, mostly, I think at that time, some guy selling rebranded watches out of the back of like optics catalogs and stuff like that. Mail away. But this is essentially a Hoyer Pasadena. These used to be really inexpensive, but now you just can't find them. You just can't find them. And the ones that you can find are almost always the black coated PVD ones, not this beautiful satin brushed finish. Satin finish. Believe it or not, that's the original bracelet. I don't know why it's brushed instead of satin, but it's the original bracelet. What a great watch. Really reliable. I love that piece. Okay, there you go. Two Valjoux chronographs running next to each other. Oops, I set the time on this one slightly wrong. Get out of here. And off we go. Lots of fun looking at these things. So, if you're bored and you want to build one of these things, look on eBay for new old stock cases. The 7730s, they're out there. You can find, if you look for 7750s like this, there's going to be a bunch of brand new cases. They make a ton of them with dials and hands and everything. You can buy the case and everything. Just put a movement into it. You can, I believe, still buy brand new 7750 movements from parts houses. So if you wanted to build yourself a chronograph, you could. I just like the old style feel. I like the challenge of building a watch with, a disparate range of parts that when we're done looks like it was meant to be this way. I still think that those sub-register hands are too thin. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? So that's it. You tell me. I'd like to know. Okay, bye-bye. Last question. So yeah, you all think about the hands, but another thing to think about is a bracelet. I haven't gone through my bracelets to see what might work on this. Right now I just have it on this, this is an old waterproof leather Speidel from Speidel, Germany. So what kind of bracelet do you think would look good on this? I think straight for sure. I was thinking like a shark mesh or like a fine oval link pattern, like oval from the side, straight. I don't know. I've got to figure it out. So if you think of that one, please let me know. Okay, now I'm done.